I am 100% sure that each one of you are very much aware of sponsored products or sponsored brands or sponsored display search term reports. But what if I ask you, have you ever performed an analysis of your keyword roots? If not, this video is for you. Alright, my friends, the first step for performing this exercise is you will have to get into your Seller Central console and download any of your sponsored products or sponsored brands or sponsored display search term reports. It could be of any time period, it could be last 7 days or last 30 days, it doesn't matter. To start off with, just take a sample data set and follow the steps that we are going to discuss on this conversation today. As of now, remember that I already downloaded my search term report, and I request each of you also download this sheet before performing this activity. After opening the Excel sheet, I will go to this section called as data, and then under data I get to see an option called as get data query. I'll click this button and then I get to see a new screen in here. Now all that I need to do is I need to import the Excel file, as in import the file, import the search term report that I downloaded before initiating this conversation. Alright, now I want to browse the file. I'll just say browse and then I will go and select that file. After selecting the file, I will just click the next button. The moment I click the next button, I get to see this screen. Over here, you will have to just select the Excel file that you downloaded. I want to break down my customer search terms from my sponsored product search term reports and then try to understand more about the keyword roots and then further deep dive. With that context, I'm going to select this button and then I will come here and then I will select. After selecting the transform data option, I get to see this sheet. Now what I'm going to do is that I will just scroll over to my customer search term section. Understand what I'm really trying to do is, while I have my customer search terms, I want to look at individual words and try to understand how am I performing on each of these words. Alright, now over the customer search term option, I will just right click and then I will have an option. It says split column. I will select split column. And after choosing this option, I get to see few more options in here. Now here the first section that we see, or the first option that I see, is by delimiter. Let me select this option. The moment I select this, I get to see a new window. Over here, among the options that we have in there, I want to select space. After selecting space, I see one more option called as advanced. Let me click advanced. Over here, once again, make sure you selected space. In case if you have selected some other option, please do change that. Now over here, when you scroll further down, you see split into columns and then rows. I request you to select the rows radio button and say OK. Alright, once you do that, I request you to come over here and you see an option called as close and load. Click that button. The moment you do that, it may take a couple of seconds and then you'll see a new table has been neatly organized on your Excel spreadsheet. Now let's look into this. Over here, I have my targets, I have my match type, and then you see I have my search term. Remember, earlier I had search terms as a phrase, but over here if you see, my search terms are broken down into individual words, and this is exactly what is going to help you to perform keyword root analysis or search term root analysis. Now you get to see the breakdown. Each and every search term has been broken down into individual words. Over each of these words, you get to see how many impressions you got, how many clicks you got, what is your click-through rate, what is your CPC, what is your spend. You get to see all the important metrics over here. Alright, now what I request you to do is, we need to take a simple pivot of this sheet exactly the way I'm going to show you now. I'm going to select the entire section and then I'll come to my insert section. Over here, I'll select pivot. Let me pivot this table in a new sheet and then let me have my search terms in my rows and then let me have my impressions in my values and then my clicks over here and then my spend over here. And let me also select other important metrics such as my 7 days total sales, 7 days total orders, right? And then my 7-day total units. All right, I think by and large these are the metrics I would want to have over in here. Remember, this data set is an indicative data set, but when you do this study on your products, it will make a lot more sense. Alright, while I have my key metrics over here, I want to add few more columns. The first metric that I want to add is my conversion ratio. I will just select any of the cells here and then I'll come over here, insert. Let me insert an calculated field. I want to include my conversion ratio. I'll apply the formula. Conversion ratio is my total number of orders by total number of clicks. Let me select 7-day total orders and then let me insert the field and then I will divide it by total number of clicks. After selecting clicks, I will just click this OK button. Alright, now I also get to see my conversion ratio. Let me have it in percentages. Along with the conversion ratio, I also want to have my ACOS as a metric over here. The way to include your ACOS, you once again come over here, insert a custom field. This time you say I want to have my ACOS. Now I'll once again divide my spend. Let me choose spend. I will divide my spend by my 7-day total sales and I will hit OK. Here is the thing. Now I also get to see my ACOS. Remember, I have my conversion ratio. I also have my ACOS in here. Assuming I'm selling a garlic press. Alright, let's try to understand what information are we able to fetch from this particular spreadsheet. When we look into the first line item, you see my root. Garlic is my root because I'm selling garlic press. In my keyword phrase garlic press, garlic is a root. On this particular root, I got n number of impressions. I bought close to 2,686 clicks. I spent around $1,273 and in terms of sales, I've sold over $2,900 on this particular route. In terms of orders, it is 81. And also remember, sometimes you can also have multi-unit purchases. That is why you see 84 units sold in total. And then I get to see my conversion ratio and then I also see my ACOS. This data set is a gold mine if you really want to scale your business to the next level. Remember, garlic as a root, this is where I get most of my sales for this particular product, correct? Now I want to see where am I indexed on this particular route, right? In case if my ranking on this particular route is low at this point in time, I try to understand what other keywords do I have in this family, as in keyword phrases which have garlic as a root. The moment I find all such search terms, I want to initiate campaigns on these long tail keywords initially, and over a period of time as I rank up on these long tails, that should help me get a lift on my root keyword, which is garlic. Now, assuming you are already on top page on the root keywords and also assuming you have a lot of search volume on this route, it means you are crushing on Amazon with a lot of sales. In case if you are not there yet, don't worry, given that you have an understanding of route analysis, spot relevant keywords, start to improve your keyword ranks. In this way, you will be able to consistently grow your business without compromising upon your margins. Alright, with that context, there is one more important point that I really want to call out. In case if you see there is a specific word which is not at all relevant to your product, and you see you are getting so many impressions or so many clicks, or you have spent a lot of money on this particular route, because it is not relevant, you should immediately negative phrase this particular route from all the campaigns as early as possible in order to avoid wasted ad spend. Alright, that is all I have today. I hope you learned something new. If that is the case, I request you to subscribe to my channel and also share it with your friends. Have a nice day. Goodbye.